Hello, Kindred Spirits, and welcome to my spiritual oasis. Here, weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages from Spirit, the universe, God, for my light workers today. So if you identify as a light worker, or if you're just in need of an encouraging word, then you found the right video. We're just going to get right into our message here today. So I asked the universe what question to guide our conversation, and this is the question. When was the last time I danced freely? When was the last time you danced freely? Is how I would reword that. And I actually feel like our question is going to be towards the end of our message here today. Let's just get into the cards. So we have the Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Berry. We have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups, as well as Perspective and the Great Severing. Just making sure we're all able to see all of our cards today. Okay. So, man, you guys, something isn't right. We're going through some struggles is what our message is, like what I'm seeing right here in this card. So I feel like we got the question, when was the last time I danced, as kind of like I feel like it's a question to kind of jolt you out of this darkness. If you look at all of these cards on this side, with the exception of our strength card, because that's what we're going to need to get through this, I feel like maybe this is probably a better. All of the darkness on this side. All of the darkness, all of these cards have dark backgrounds. Mental anguish, sadness, stabbing in the back, whether that's, again, you stabbing yourself in the back with, discouraging words or thoughts that are not supportive of what you should be doing, or other people being treacherous in your life. Mental anguish, depression, disappointment, sadness. Like, these are all of the kind of feelings I'm getting from here. And then we have the Great Severing is Mars energy, anger, conflict, and then softening to love. So I feel like that's where we're headed. And I feel like the Perspective card is kind of a nice wrap up to all of that, because it's none of this matters. So whatever you're going through, that's not to say that what you're going through doesn't matter, but it's like staying in this dark place, beating yourself up for something you did, or someone you trusted that you weren't supposed to trust, or whatever it is, but like staying in this place of darkness, trapped. Like, we can see both of this guy's lying on the ground here, but this person has their hands over their face, so they can't see anything around them. So it's really about perspective, zooming out from your current, like when you are stuck in the chaos and you hear chaos and you see chaos and you smell chaos, feel chaos, it's everywhere, it's surrounding you. You can feel severed. You can feel torn apart. You can feel split down the middle, destroyed, disconnected. And the message here is the first step is to just zoom out. Take your hands off of your face. so you can see that there is more in the world than just your sorrow. You know, this card, the Ten of Swords right here, shows that yes, there's all this darkness, right? The clouds are brewing. The darkness is here. We have our figure bleeding on the ground with all the knives stabbed in its back. But what do we see just beyond this ridge? Light. Hope. Hope. The strength to pull our hands away from our eyes. The strength to see the hope on the horizon, to gain perspective, to zoom out and see our situation from a broader lens. That takes strength. You know, facing the discord and softening ourselves. You know, when you're in conflict, you want to be hard, you want to be tense, you want to be ready to fight or flight. But the Bear is saying it takes strength to soften to love. It takes strength to gain a different perspective, to see things differently. And then our final message is over here. Again, the other side of strength. You know, when you take that leap of faith, strength, courage, those are leaps of faith that we take because we believe that on the other side it's going to be our golden light. La 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 la. Like I just feel like I'm so happy right now. I just felt the shift. I literally felt the shift. Crazy. So when was the last time you danced? I feel like is our guiding question, because it's like when you're in this dark space, you can't see, you can't think, you can't even contemplate ideas like dancing, freedom, creativity, fun. Those things don't exist when you're in that space, when you're locked in that treachery and that mindset of just dismal energy. When you take the leap of faith to have the strength to soften yourself to love, you're able to see beautiful things like dancing. You're able to see the relationships and the support that you have. I do see for some of you that on the other side, I do see a love message in here for some of you that on the other side of all of this terrible something happened, like it could or could not have been related to love. But I feel like on the other side of this darkness is, again, for some of you, the dance of love. So with our Two of Cups here, and I feel like even our Queen of Wands energy, I feel like is I feel like this situation could mature you in the place of love. Like for some of you, I am feeling like it was a heartbreak. Like somebody really, something like a situation really devastated you in a love relationship that I feel like the outcome of that is going to be a more mature you. So the Queen of Wands, it could represent a person, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to, because I do feel like for some of you that the Queen of Wands is you. I feel like this is the energy that you are moving towards. Very grounded, like still passionate. Like I feel like the situation isn't going to destroy your viewpoint on love. I feel like it's going to mature you though, like a mature representation of love, and you're going to be looking for the right things and vetting this person in the proper way so that you don't end up in a sorrowful situation. So I do feel like, when was the last time you danced freely? Like this idea of freedom and dancing freely. Not just dancing, but dancing freely. I feel like this idea of freedom, especially when you're coming out of mental anguish and mental darkness is just as like debilitating as like physical restraints. It locks you down in your own mind, and the only person who has the power to free you is yourself. So I did want to read the back of the card here, I felt like it had a really beautiful message that I feel like was really tied into some of our fun, our hopeful energy. So if the Two of Cups doesn't represent a love relationship or like a new or budding love relationship, I do feel like you have support. So sometimes love, when we're talking about universal spiritual energy, like love is love. Love is not necessarily platonic or romantic. It's just love. So I feel like for some of you, it's a reminder that you have love. Like you have people around you that care about you, that, this Queen of Wands, again, could be a person for you to kind of go to get that nurturing and support for yourself. I feel like this could be a partnership. Like you could already have a romantic partner, or it could be a really close, good friendship that you have with somebody who is a platonic love relationship, but they're a emotional support for you through this time. And I thought it was really interesting that the Queen of Wands came up because of the message in this card. That's why I felt like this card was pulled first, the question was pulled first, and then she was the first card to pop out. So I was like, oh, okay, it totally makes sense. Beautiful. So the message reads, dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. And then just as a connection or a relation, like strength, it takes strength to dance too. You can kind of move your body. Anyone can dance. Anyone can move their body. But I feel like the more you dance, the stronger you get, right? The stronger you get, the more you love, the stronger you get at love. The more you date, the better you get at determining whether or not someone is a partner quality. So it's kind of like also the repetition of doing something over and over again, right? The more you beat yourself up, the better you get at it. The more you lift yourself up, the better you get at it. So it's all about really what you do repetitively, the things that you say to yourself repetitively. Those are the things you believe. Those are the things that you enact in your life. So those are the final messages that I had for you today, my beautiful light workers. I hope this was encouraging to you. If you are still in the darkness here, I hope this message was a light in that darkness. There is a way out. There's always a way out. As long as you have air in your lungs and you have fire in your heart, there's always a way to improve, to go up. If you are at rock bottom, there's only one direction for you to go, my love. So thank you so much for spending time with me. If something resonated in this message, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. Again, I appreciate your time, your energy, you sharing your space and your soul energy with me today. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.